can't remember. Who was that? Stevenson. That was
Samuel Jackson.
Okay, that's who you compare Deion to?
Let me tell you what, man. I was like trying to play at 52 years old. When Deion was a fucking greasy Jerry curl ass, raw ass nigga, we had to fucking save him twice. Deion did something very key for me to show me where he was at with his social legacy. See, when Deion played for the San Francisco 49ers, they won a championship. And if you remember, right after that, there was a debate about how much Deion was a factor on coming to that team and winning that championship, right? And Deion didn't get the pub he wanted, the props he wanted, so he showed them. The next year he went to Dallas and won the Super Bowl for Dallas and beat the 49ers. And so I cheered for that. I cheered for the fact that he ran a touchdown back for his first kickoff ever. And he hit a home run in his first at bat ever. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. But he was no Ali. You see what I'm saying?
Definitely is not.
Nah. And so what people don't understand is Deion didn't go to no fucking black school that helped him and raised him. That was the only school that would accept him. He tried the PWIs, including his alma mater, and they turned him down. Black school, here we go, we taking niggas though. Good to our people, we bring him in. Then he gets there and complains about the shit that are issues that are inherent because they're a black school and don't have nothing. Duh. But the reason why the white schools wouldn't take Deion is because from the jump, he was an opportunist. See, the package deal came with him and his son coming in the portal and starting, right? And the big PWIs wouldn't give him that, so he had to go to Jackson State to start it, right? So then he creates this platform of how he's helping black men by bringing them to the bigger school and giving them more exposure. But his son went in the 5th fucking round at the end. And he's supposed to be the best player on the team. So what he really did was expose them kids to them fucking rape charges from the white holes in Colorado. I've been up there to Boulder. He done exposed them to all the fucking double standards. They gotta play and walk a fine line and be that student athlete. And as soon as they lose that identity, just another nigga type dichotomy they live. Like I'm talking real shit that people that they went to these places and understood these environments. So let me tell you this. First of all, let's remember Boulder is the community where white people killed their own fucking child and nobody till they went to jail. John Benet Ramsey. That's where Deion's ushering our niggas from New Orleans and St. Petersburg, Florida and shit. That's where he bring them to live in a community that they don't know nothing about, where it snow most of the time. And the snow is a metaphoric correlation to the environment, right? And so now that his son went in the 5th round, and it was a direct reflection of them teams saying, look, you ain't gonna come here and fucking boss us like you did with Dallas and San Francisco. You ain't gonna have that much control, nigga. We're not gonna let you walk through the door with it with your son. That was the backlash for Deion playing like he was for the people and not sticking at Jackson State until they beat a fucking Ohio State or a Michigan and making them really where they can survive, period, without any subsidy. You know what I'm saying? And until some black man does that, we ain't gonna never have shit. Deion was the one that done won the Super Bowls. Prudy was the one different teams. And the first chance he got, he took his ass to Boulder. Cornell West. Why he teach at Princeton? You ever ask that? They gonna tell you because Princeton gave them the most money. But how the fuck do we enhance our people if all our best and brightest keep going
Teaching.
and teaching their kids to be the best and brightest? And that's what Dion did. You know how many times I've had the opportunity to say fuck niggas? Really? I'm talking about where if it was about dollars, I could have took this job or this position or just said, you know, I'm gonna do this. And yeah, man,
Instead, you said upset the setup.
upset the fucking setup. Because you know what? Like I admitted to him before, I'm not no great person. I'll be man enough to admit to y'all. I didn't understand the group I was in until I got 20. You know, when I was a kid, I didn't know I was in a group. My mom had established. But I will say this. When I realized that my mom was gone, and then I could no longer say, Mama, you're fucking with my friend Kofi. Can you go help him? That's when I knew that I had to bust up the club. Because see, Mama was a guard, and they all dying, and they don't have no intent on letting us replace none of our guards. You hear what I'm telling you? And that's the issue. When we know that Moon Andrew's son got caught with a trunk full of dope on the lakefront, right? But that didn't ruin his daddy's legacy. But they say because I cussed out a girl at Smoothie King, that's why my mama's street sign had already been approved by the city council lineup. The fuck? And then if that's the case, surely Dutch rolling in his grave was Jacques fucking around here fucking with boys, men. You know, I know Dutch ain't want that for him, and I ain't talking shit. But if that didn't ruin his daddy legacy as being a real black man, fucking mayor, then I mean, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? There's a concerted effort designed to distract people from the real and what's really working models instead of proposals in our community. And that's the issue. I'm a working model. Everything I talk, I practice. And you know, I'm comfortable with myself and my family and my situation. And I don't think that everybody that's making projections can say that.
I got 2 more names for you.
Wait, let me say one.
Go ahead.
Let me say one. See, Donald Trump.
All right.
Donald Trump? He don't like nobody. I'd rather that than a Democratic leader. Every time we let the Democrats lead, the LGBTQ and Mexican, everybody come up except for us. Donald Trump don't like nobody. At the end of his next election, and how we fucked up, everybody else gonna be fucked up just like us.
Gotta start all over.
That's the real truth.
I would rather him than a Democrat.
DEI, EEOC, none of that shit's ever worked for New Orleans. Right now, Demo Diva, the white bitch, getting more DEI money than any fucking body in the city.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. And then they letting gay white males, which is still male Euro patriarchy, they letting them get the DEI money and the supplier diversity money. And the whole supplier diversity office in New Orleans was created because black people was not getting DBA contracts. So now that's how it started back with Dutch and them. And now we done let the new city council and mayors and shit add in white women as minorities, and they get the majority of the contracts nationally. How the fuck they minorities? And gay white men. And in New Orleans, as we sit right now, our supplier diversity office was designed to make sure we get at least 35% of them contracts for black people specifically. Now the wording has changed to minorities, and we ain't getting none of it. With your black city councilman, with your black mayor, they've allowed lobbyists to come and pay them to have clean zones that stop your capitalism. But they're ass in trouble this time. Because the people gonna want a New Orleanian this time. I talked to white people today that they bar was shut down for a week too. The people brought in their own staff, and then people couldn't pay their bills and was just told that they can work for a week and wouldn't get no check. White people that's from New Orleans. And so now they understand the importance of having a homebred New Orleanian. And I got one more fucking thing to say too. LaToya Cantrell was not raised in California. She was raised in country bumfuck Alabama. And so all this shit we seeing that people thinking is California because that's the narrative, that's country ass Alabama these niggas is applauding. Just backwards ass shit, you know, their etiquettes have never been able to compare to the New Orleanian, you know, in terms of being, you know, intellectual niggas, you know, and thinkers and progressive. And that's what we done fell for.